feel like your business can't grow without you steering every little thing? What if you could elevate your role and unlock unprecedented growth, all while balancing the rest of your life? If this resonates with you, then keep watching. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button for more transformative insights. Howdy, everyone. I'm Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules. We help small business owners just like you get predictable profits so that they can grow and scale without burnout. From sales and marketing to team and business management, we help our clients be better at business. And today we're diving into the thrilling and terrifying topic of elevating your role in your own business. This is so pivotal because you will need to evolve as a business owner to allow your business to scale. That means if you get stuck into the daily operations, you're not only stifling your freedom, but your company's growth. So, what are the mistakes that people make when it comes to elevating the role? Well, quite simply, there are two mistakes. And one centers around being addicted to control and to tasks. And we see this all the time with owners who can't let go and thus create a bottleneck because it's not like they have time to do it all, but they're still trying to do it all. The costs here are twofold. One, you will burn out. But two, you're going to miss vital opportunities in your business. Now, let's say perhaps your strength is as an idea generation, that you are great at seeing every possibility. And you're so good at that, that perhaps the implementation of all those ideas is falling to the wayside. Well, then in that case, it's your vision that is holding you back. So the key concept we want to think about here is transforming from that visionary or that doer into a leader. That means no longer being the one that's trying to get all the work done, but being the one that ensures the work gets done. So I have a few tips for you. So the first tip is delegation. Now, I'm not talking about abdication. I'm not talking about a game of hot potato. I'm talking about strategically getting things off your plate and into the hands of somebody that's highly capable and highly engaged in doing that in your business. Now, when you do that, then if you will, doing it successfully means that you're empowering your team to be able to move forward, which is really the best way to do it. But there's so much in this delegation that is really easy to get balls dropped. And when balls get dropped, that means you don't feel like something is getting taken care of, and you will have this temptation to take it all back. I don't want you to do that at this stage. I want you to go back and examine the process of delegation. Did you take the time to explain? Did you explain completely? Did you get a good level of engagement and ownership from whomever you delegated the task to before you delegated the task? And were you clear as to what success looks like? Now, I know that sounds like a lot for you to worry about, but it is that learning process of becoming a leader in the business, in showing people what good delegation looks like. You can do this while you learn. And if you're transparent with the fact that you understand that this is a skill set that you're developing in your business, your team likely will have a lot more understanding when it comes to doing this and will help work on that development together. The second thing I want you to look at is really auditing your time. A lot of times when we have business owners to where we're trying to get that team really established, one of the questions we'll ask is, where are you the bottleneck in the business? It doesn't mean that you're not capable of whatever the tasks are, but chances are you don't have even 2 seconds to rub together to create time to doing these things, yet you haven't gotten them off your plate. So auditing your time is a case where you can most definitely identify those bottlenecks. These are opportunities, right? But you'll also start to look at what is it that you are investing your time in, maybe too much so. Now, we always love our business owners to keep some tasks that feed your soul, that give you energy. We think that's really important, but we have to measure doing that with the opportunity cost of doing those tasks. So if after your audit, you take a look at all those tasks, and if you could hire somebody for 15 or 20 or even $30 an hour to take care of this task, and you could go earn either through sales or through project management or finding opportunities in your business to grow and scale, you could bring in more if your time was spent in other places. Then you have to look at what's on your plate as something that costs you. So many times when it comes down to time and what business owners put on their plate, you feel like you're saving your business money. But in truth, it has an opportunity cost. And you might very well be starving your business from money versus saving it from money. So this time audit, it's going to help you really get a good grasp on whether or not that is the right thing for you in your business right now. So keep track of where your time is going. Eliminate, delegate, automate tasks that are outside of your zone of genius. Our third step. Our third step is about systems. So I want you to lean into systems. Now, the thing to think about here is the structure will set you free. As much as almost every entrepreneur that we know has a little rebel to their heart, doesn't like necessarily being told what to do, there comes a part in your business growth journey to where you need greater efficiencies. Your productivity needs to be maximized. This is, hint, a profit strategy as well. And one of the ways that we can increase profits is with process, by actually developing systems that can shorten the time that it takes to do a task, that can take some of those really mundane tasks that nobody in the company wants to do and turn them into automatic tasks, things that always get done. There is a certain level to every single business of these smaller, mundane kind of admin type tasks that don't feel important, so they don't get done, but they are actually quite important to holding up the infrastructure of the business. So when you create systems in your business, you're actually shifting the burden of doing each and every task off your plate. It's giving you the ability to hire smartly, to know, is now the time to hire, or should you be hiring this level of an employee versus that level of employee? And it makes everybody's job easier. When you have that level of ease, your team that you have enjoys their work so much more because they're able to work in their zone of genius, just like you're able to when you are effectively delegating. So we want to think about that as our third task, about leaning into systems so that you're actually spending time on the things that matter the most, but everything that needs to get done is getting done. Our fourth one, our fourth tip. This is a little bit more of the inside job, if you will. It's about the mental shift that needs to happen. So if you're a doer, right, you probably need to see yourself stepping into more of a visionary leader, right? Your value, and we've talked about this in a lot of our recent LinkedIn newsletters, your value, if it is so centered on doing the work, makes it really hard to let go of the work. But as the business owner, you have a bigger calling, if you will, a greater importance that you need to step into. And so there is an element of this that where you've got to wean yourself off doing the work, especially if you find great value, great importance in doing the work. If that makes sense. So my doers, that's a lot of what's happening here, is that you personally attach a lot of your personal value to the aspect of doing the work. And so it can make it challenging to let go. But you've got to beat this. You've got to crack this nut, if you will, in order to be able to get to that next level business, which I know is in your heart of hearts, the thing that's calling you forward. We just need to find a better way. So it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter in your business. Your new role, again, becomes to lead, inspire, and strategize. Find value in creating something that nobody else in your company can create. Our fifth tip is all about continuous learning. Being a leader means that you will be constantly evolving. As your business goes to the next level, you will be called to go to the next level as well. So never stop learning and adapting, especially now. Perhaps more importantly, now in today's economic age, more than any time before. You have to incorporate evolution and change and learning into the culture of the business if you're going to keep pace, if you're going to keep growing with the speed that your business would like to grow, if you're going to be able to keep up with changes in your marketplace. So never shortcut an experiment. In some ways, some of these other tips that we've given you are a part of an experiment. You're learning how to be able to do this. But if you can make it fun, if you can give it a positive spin, if you can see that this is actually moving you closer to your goal, even if it feels like you're slowing down just for the little bit of time, my idea generators, you know who you are out there, right? You might feel like you're slowing down, but actually what you're doing is you're like a slingshot. You're pulling back so that you can catapult forward. And that is a methodology which keeps your business growing in a very stable, secure, and sustainable way. So that is our key message for today. By elevating your role, you're not just doing yourself a favor, you're unleashing your business's true potential. You'll find that you'll have more time to focus on strategic growth, on spending time with your family, and maybe, who knows, even taking a month-long vacation that you've always dreamed of. That's it for today, guys. I hope you're doing well. This is Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules.